Hey guys, Singapore property market outlook has always been changing, and this is exactly why I am back with this new episode of Ask Joy. Today, I want to share two very time-sensitive opportunities that I think are super relevant in the second quarter of this year. Okay, so do keep a lookout for it. The first opportunity is the new launches in the core central region. So, not sure if you're aware, but this year itself, right, we are not expecting a lot of new launches in the outskirts and city fringe. Most of the new supply is going to be concentrated in the central region. But here's the thing, the opportunity here isn't about just, having more supply. It is how developers are going to price these units. And they are going to be extremely sensitive with pricing, and this is where you find opportunity. So historically, there has always been a price gap between properties located in the outskirts, city fringe area, and also the central region of Singapore. Just to give you an idea, in 2020, right, the price gap between a city fringe property and a central region property was 38%, and the price gap between the outskirts and the central region is 94%, like almost double. So let's say you had a 2 million budget back then, you could have purchased a 4-bedroom about 1,003 to 1,004 square feet in outskirts. Then, given the same budget, you can buy a 3-bedroom in the city fringe or a compact 2-bedroom in the central region. That's how big the gap was. But if we fast forward to today, the gap have actually narrowed big time. In fact, some city fringe and central region properties, right, are now priced almost the same. A 3-bedroom in the city fringe could cost you the same as one in the central region. Can you believe it? Because outskirts prices now, right, are quite crazy. We have even seen $2,900 PSF. The price gap between outskirts and the central region properties has also shrunk from 94% to now 17%. And that's why this year, the new launch in the CCR in the core central region is something that you should really watch out for. Currently, there are over 15 new projects launching, and something that I have personally keeping an eye on is the Zion Road plot, because I heard that the prices are going to be super duper attractive. Okay, so now on to the second opportunity, that will be units with high ceiling. So this is the thing, most people don't realize it, but some of these high ceiling units, right, are actually cheaper per square foot than the regular ones. So let's take a look at this transaction in Hewlock Green. Alright, a 2-bedroom on level 12 was sold for 2,209 PSF, whereas its neighbor upstairs, given the same layout, same stack, but just because it has a higher ceiling, it was sold for $153 cheaper. So within the same stack, the highest price transacted, right, for a non-high ceiling unit has already hit 2,446 PSF. And this is a price gap of $390 as compared to the high ceiling unit. So right now, let's assume, right, that both of these non-high ceiling units wish to make a profit of at least 200 per square foot. They will need to sell at 2,400 PSF and 2,600 PSF respectively. How safe would it then be for the buyer of the higher ceiling? If this was you, right, how much would you sell this unit for? If you were to sell it for really conservatively for $250 per square foot more, that will be 2,300 PSF. Do you think it's attainable? I mean, this is easily more than 200,000 in profit. The risk is not only extremely low, but you have a double layer of price protection. You are protected not only just for your own exit strategy, but even your future buyer's buyer is also covered. So here's another example. A 3-bedroom on level 13 in Affinity at Serangoon was sold for 1,433 PSF. Whereas its neighbour upstairs was sold for only a mere 4% cheaper because it comes with a higher ceiling, right? But this high ceiling was eventually sold and made 553,000 in profit. In order for the neighbour downstairs to clock in the same amount of profit, they would need to sell for at least 1,009 PSF, which is a very high per square foot. So the thing here is this type of high ceiling units are also disappearing in a way that they will soon be not in production, especially in areas like Lentor Hill Estate because the harmonization rule has already set in. Currently in the market, I have spotted around 5 units with such opportunity, but I'm not sure, by the time you see this video, will it still be available? And if you are keen to find out where these hidden gems are at, do feel free to contact me. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next episode of Ask Joy.